headlines. Here's yet another event that seems to have irked China. This time it again revolves around Dalai Lama. China has warned India not to go against its core concerns and avoid disruptions in the Sino-India ties. This comes after New Delhi invited the Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama to an International Buddhist Seminar in Bihar. China said it is strongly dissatisfied and is firmly opposed to the idea. The 81-year-old Dalai Lama inaugurated the seminar on the 17th of March in Rajgir in Bihar. Earlier this month, China had objected to India permitting the Dalai Lama to visit Arunachal Pradesh, which it regards as Southern Tibet.
坚决反对美国售台武器的立场是一贯和明确的。我们希望美方充分认清美售台武器的高度敏感性和严重危害性。 恪守一个中国的政策和中美3个联合公报原则，停止售台武器，慎重妥善地处理台湾问题，维护中美关系的大局和台海的和平稳定。简而言之，我们支持中韩双方开展正常的经贸的往来，但是大家也都知道，这的确需要相应的民意基础。 与此同时，中方反对萨德立场也是一贯和明确的。近日，印方不顾中方的严正交涉和强烈的反对，执意邀请14世达赖去参加印度政府。
He invited me, so I come. As I mentioned earlier, long time my friend. Truly my spiritual brother. And appearance, he is elder. Reality, I'm elder. But we truly spiritual brothers. We really dedicated serving humanity, bring peace, compassion, like that. So that's main purpose. We are social animal. Each individual's sort of happiness or joyfulness depend on rest of the community. Firstly, rest of the family, then rest of the community. Finally, rest of the humanity. So we should pay more attention about compassion for individuals' own interest. Yes, I heard some sort of noise from Chinese, some officials. Actually, I sort of consulted with Indian concerned officials whether any sort of inconvenience to Indian government. They say no convenience, no inconvenience. So I decided to now go to next one. I think these days, every week, some Chinese from mainland China came to see me. I think every week, I think like 10, 20 Chinese. Whenever we met, the tear come, very much devoted. So that's China. You should not use the China.
I believe it is a direct interference in India's internal affairs. China should refrain from issuing such statements, and he has been traveling in India from different parts of the country, and he is allowed to do so, you know. China is our neighbor. We want friendly ties with China, and we want to settle all our dispute through negotiation. But Chinese muscle flexing will not help solve the problem.
Let's go across to my colleague, Geeta Mohan, Foreign Affairs Editor, joining us over the telephone line. Good morning, Geeta. We're looking at China raising objection on Dalai Lama's movement in India, but this could very clearly be seen as interference of the internal matters of India.
Well, that's how India has looked at it as interference from China, and also has always reminded China that Dalai Lama is a spiritual leader who lives in India and enjoys India's hospitality and is free to go wherever he wants to, given that he is not politically motivated at all, and in the recent past has not spoken anything that has to do with political motivations, be it with India or India vis-a-vis China, or even for that matter Tibet. So he is a spiritual leader, a revered leader here, and will be treated likewise. Chinese Foreign Ministry is not the first time that the Chinese Foreign Ministry is coming out with a statement. Every time the Dalai Lama tries to go to states such as Arunachal Pradesh, disputed territory, or has events and congregations that it attends, which has international reach, and there are people from various parts of the world, that certainly is objected to by China, and it does not come as a surprise to India. It almost is routine. It would have been a surprise if China would not have objected to the Dalai Lama. But having said that, India continues to maintain that that China should not be meddling in India's affairs, internal affairs. Also, that he's just a guest and is being treated as an honorable guest of India.
And also, Geeta, if you can further elaborate on how this continues to hurt China when it is on Dalai Lama, who they consider as a separatist leader, which of course you very clearly pointed out as a spiritual leader here in India. Dalai Lama's presence, significance, his movement and talking with other international leaders, how does that continue to hurt China?
Is a very sensitive matter for China, and the Dalai Lama started his entire struggle with the whole idea of a separate Tibet. Now he talked about an autonomous region. He's also shifted stand, but for China, every time he meets world leaders, every time he's meeting people from different sections of the society and talking about Tibet or Tibetans, it becomes a problem for China. China continues to face the heat within Tibet itself, and the separatist movement within Tibet continues from certain quarters, and they see the Dalai Lama as a symbol of that secessionist movement. Is the reason why China does not take very kindly to India giving the Dalai Lama so much space and so much freedom.
All right.